Hello and welcome to NetZero, a company that is turning the housing industry into something great once again. Today, let's kick things off with a flash preview of the modern housing industry. In a sentence, it can be described as expensive, inefficient, and, quite frankly, depressing. It was not always like this, however. Let's go back to 1966. It was a time of the baby boomers and the hippies. More importantly for this piece, the housing industry actually looked good and was comparatively inexpensive. In fact, about 80% of the adult populace owned a home. Fast forward 50 years to present day, and we are met with home ownership rates at record lows, people under 30 don't seem to have a home anymore, and the cost of a good home has never been higher. Now, a general rule of thumb for any competent homebuyer once was that a home should cost 2.5 times the annual household income. Now, a home averages $250,000 and annual income is just $51,000, and that just doesn't add up. So, knowing this begs the obvious question. Houses must cost more because they are better now, right? The answer is simply no. Homes still have a similarly massive carbon footprint, and they leave home buyers paying utility bills that would make any honest man shake his head. In fact, the average US household's utility bills near $4,000 per year. I know that is not what you had in mind when you were shopping for your dream home. And while I want to avoid sounding like a cliche, NetZero really is the metaphorical knight in shining armor that the housing industry needed. We tend to do right what everyone else seems to do wrong. A large part of our formula for success involves SIP panels. SIP panels are simply prefabricated OSB boards with foam cores. Simple, right? And these guys are far from new, but they work wonders for making your home more sturdy, efficient, and secure. What we here at NetZero pride ourselves on is an absolutely unique take on these panels that enables us to shape your home even after it has initially been completed. For example, you and your loved one are adding someone new to the home. To welcome this life, you may need another room. Not to worry, you will not have to find a new place to call home because we could tack on another room to the house with our unique and patented SIP latching system. As you can see, our job is to turn your house into a place you can always call home. Hearing this brings to bear another question. Why isn't everybody else doing this if it's such a good idea? Easy. There are far too many middlemen in the housing industry. While the downturns in our economy have played a distinct role, it ultimately comes down to the fact that we have too many people involved in every step of the housing industry. What this leads to is price markups everywhere because everyone needs to make a profit. Of course, a $15 trillion industry will have its fair share of competitors, but sometimes competition leads to stagnation, not innovation. Many companies have the answers to the problem, but are just not willing to risk everything to be a part of the solution. So, instead, they make homes that run off of your wallet. They disregard the environment and often forget what a good home actually is. In a world of margins, they seem to always value quantity over quality. Shown here are just a few of the projects SIP panels can provide for you. They are beautiful and you could never tell they were SIP panels from the outside. So today, I conclude by offering a simple alternative to traditional housing. With NetZero, we enable you to be a part of the solution and not the problem.